Welcome to our third and final Thanksgiving Thankful Thursday flow. My name is Bianca, I'll be guiding you through practice. Let's go ahead and lay down onto your mat. Plant your feet. Rest the back, rest your shoulders. Outstretch your arms. And then stay with your feet planted on the mat here. Take your first kind of introducing breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. One hand to heart, one hand to belly. Begin to cultivate your breath. Find your deep inhales in through the nose. Cleansing exhales, release. Breathe in. And let it go. And from here, you can bring your feet together, knees out wide. Allow your knees to either rest on blocks or just open up. So bring into mind as we move into the Thanksgiving season, just how important it is to create space for yourself, mentally, emotionally. Giving to yourself so that you can create space and give generously to others. So consider this your you time. Next 45 minutes to really focus on giving to yourself whatever it is you need today. Start to find your breaths deeply in and out through the nose now, finding that rhythm. And then slowly hands to your outside of your knees, bring the knees in. Massage your low back side to side. And then rest here. Find your happy baby. Take the soles of your feet up to the sky, holding onto your ankles, maybe your feet. Just letting the inner thighs open up, holding onto your legs again, and letting your knees travel towards your underarms. And then very gently here we'll start. Extend the right leg, bend your left knee a bit more, heel comes closer to your thigh. And then you'll switch. Heel comes close to your thigh, left leg extends. And then try this one more time each side. And then bring your knees together. Again, massage your low back, rock side to side, and then extend the legs up. From here, roll your ankles. Just allow yourself to breathe here, honoring your body, whatever it is that you need. And this is our slow flow or gentle yoga. This time, hug your knees into your chest. Extend your left leg long. Squeeze your right knee in towards your right side body. And then using your left hand, take your supine twist. Guide your right knee over towards the left while you gaze to the right. Extend your right arm out. Inhale, bring it in. And then you'll extend the right leg. Squeeze your left knee in. And find your supine twist. Use your right hand, guide your left knee to the right, extend the arms. Then slowly bring it in here. All right, we'll take a quick bridge pose, plant your feet down. And make sure your middle finger graces your heel, elevate the hips. And exhale, slowly bring it down. Draw your knees into your chest, rock and roll, forward and back. And then we'll meet here in our tabletop. Just start to awaken the spine there. You can go as fast or as slow as you'd like here in your cat and cow. And then begin to find your hip circles. So finding the edges of your mat with your outer hips. Moving one side. And then the other. Next, return back to center. From here, sit all the way back into your child's pose, just for a moment. And inhale, draw forward, rest onto your thighs, and shine the chest forward. Exhale, sit back into your child's pose, just softly coming into our back bends here. Inhale forward for your seal pose, let your thighs rest. Open up through the chest area, little bend in the elbows, and then exhale, sit it back. Inhale forward, and exhale, settle back. Nice. All right, inhale, return back to center. Parallel your legs and your feet. Walk the hands forward for your puppy pose on the exhale. Let the forehead not lower down to the earth, so lift your forehead away and then just allow your underarms to feel the stretch. Stay with that breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. Good. Inhale, walk the hands back. This time, lower down all the way onto your chest. Take the hands just next to your rib cage. Tuck your chin under. Exhale out all your breath. And then inhale, lift it up for your cobra pose. This very narrow, very small movement here. Use the back muscles to lift you, and then exhale, lower down. Again, inhale, lift to your baby cobra. Very small movement, and exhale, lower down. Keep the nose pointing down. Last one, inhale, lift. Tops of your feet rest onto the mat, and exhale, release that. Good. Walk the fingertips as wide as your mat, and then inhale, press up onto the fingertips, any amount of the back bend here that you can find. You can look right and left if that works for you. And exhale, release. Good, plant your hands, plant your knees, lift it up to your tabletop, and then find another round of cat and cow, just continuing to loosen up there through your back. Perhaps you can also add gazing over to the right and left, just working on your neck. Nice work. All right, when you feel good, you'll tuck your left toes back in space. Once you have that, begin to shift forward and back, just very gently stretching out through the calf before we head into our downward facing dog. If you want a bit more of a chest opener, you can walk your hands further forward and then lean back into that heel, just finding like a hybrid between puppy pose and this calf stretch here. You can find constant movement, or you can stay and hold a pose that you wish. Nice. All right, slide the left knee back, bring your hands back underneath the shoulders. We'll start with the right side, tuck the right toes, shift forward and back. And then just feeling out your calf, noticing what kind of stretch you need on that side, and then modifying as you wish. Maybe you walk your hands forward, perhaps you lowered the chest and you held the pose while trying to turn your right heel towards the right back space of your mat. Relax through your neck. And then inhale, slide the right knee in, bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Take an inhale for cow pose, reset, and exhale, round your back. Good, alrighty. Widen your left knee all the way to the left side of your mat, and then inhale, reach the right arm high. We'll start here with just circling the wrist, one way, the other, and then move that circle all the way towards the arm, so full arm circle here to the right. Gently feeling how that moves your shoulder blade. Nice. Good. Inhale the right arm high, and then exhale, thread the needle, slide it through towards the left side. Let your right side head rest on the mat, and then your left fingertips forward in space. You can choose to stay as you are, or you can tuck your left toes back just like we did earlier. Another option is available for you is your bind. So take the left fingertips to your right hip crease, Just slowly feeling kind of that tipping point where you are centered and you feel balanced. Make sure you're still breathing. And then left hand down, please. Left knee down if it rose. Inhale the right arm high. And then exhale back down. All right, move the right knee to the right side of your mat now. Inhale the left arm up. Start with just your wrist. Just circle it out. One and the other. And then circle your entire left arm. Just feeling out that big range of motion. You can follow the hand with your gaze, or you can just look down. Good. Inhale the left arm up. And then exhale, thread the needle. Send the left arm through to the right. Left side of your face rest down. And then this right fingertip can go forward, or you can tuck the right toes back or find both. You'll need to use your core to balance here. You'll use your right knee or your right toes to anchor down. And then, like I said, if you want to find that bind, you'll take the right hand to the left side, but then you do have to anchor your right hip down so you don't fall backwards. Just breathe steadily. And then you'll slowly bring the hand down and then the right knee. Inhale the left arm. And exhale, bring it down. Good, take a few cat-cows again. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. Now that we're nice and warm, we'll start to activate the core now. Lift your left leg back, straight behind you. And then lift your right arm forward. I know it does take a bit of arm strength there on the left. From here, we'll lift that right thumb and heel. Let's go ahead and lift for exhale, lift. 3, 2, 1. Hold and reach a bit more. Full breath. And exhale, bring it down. Other side, lift your right leg straight back, only to hip height. And then lift your left fingertips forward. And maybe you can lift your left arm so it's near your ear. And then lifting just the thumb and the right heel. Exhale, lift. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Let's keep looking down. And then slowly release the hand and the knee. Take a quick child's pose to reset. And lift it on up to your downward facing dog, our first one of class today. Pedal out your down dog, bend one knee, bend the other. Those calves are nice and warmed up. Keep your arms nice and strong. Look at your fingers. Maybe you can point your fingers slightly outward. Just make sure that your palms are flat and your elbows are nice and strongly working for you. Your arm muscles are guiding the movement. And then simply hold your down dog to steadiness. Chest can yearn towards the thighs. And simply inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk it to the middle. Halfway lift, hands to your shins, breathe in. Exhale, fold all the way down. Good. Inhale, rise, lift it up, arms up overhead. And exhale, bring the hands to your heart space. Take a moment here, lift the arms again. Keep the arms separated, take a side bend to the right. Reach up and over towards the right here. Inhale, center, and then take it up and over towards the left. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold forward, all the way down. Inhale to your halfway lift, lengthen. On your exhale, crouch and curl. Little ball here, forehead yearns towards your knees. It doesn't touch. And then start to look right and left. Just working on anything you need there for the neck. And then drop the heels. Lift it on up, rise up, arms overhead. This time we'll take a side bend to the left. Inhale, center, and then a side bend to the right. Good. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale brings you to your crouch and curl once more. This time, point your knees forward. We'll start to balance into our toe stand. Take your hands to your heart space. They can assist you on the floor, or you can reach the arms forward here. Just feeling that stretch through your knees or your feet, and then also your ankles. Full inhale, and exhale brings you down to the ground. Heels down, hands down. Listen carefully, widen your feet as wide as your mat. Inhale to your halfway lift, and then exhale, fold. You can bend your knees here. Just allow your head and neck to hang heavy. Feel yourself being upside down, and then just feel free to change this up. So maybe you want to take it deeper by bringing your fingertips all the way to the back, reaching back behind your heels, or if you want to stay rather upright, that's fine too. Fingers will be forward. Let's take a halfway lift, bend those knees, hands to your shins, rise. And this time keep the right knee bent, right hand comes down, inhale the left arm high. If that works for you, you can lift up, or you can also take left hand to sacrum. If you can, gaze up towards the left and breathe. Finding that spaciousness. And then slowly release, bend the left knee please. Left hand down. Inhale the right arm high for your open twist. Right hand will reach up, or right hand holds onto the sacrum. Listen to your body here, find that big twist. And exhale, we slowly bring it down. All right, halfway lift, inhale. And then exhale, bring your heels in this time, your toes out, and sit down into your frog pose. Bring your hands to your heart space. Thumb at your sternum area. And then if this doesn't work for you, if your heels aren't touching the ground, you can bring your feet wider, or you can be a little bit higher up like this. That's gonna be more active than this frog pose right here, but just choose your variation. Take a breath, and then exhale. Slowly release, bring the feet together. And then inhale, rise up to standing. Take your hands to your low back now, widen your feet. Inhale, lift your chest up, and find a standing back bend. Invite little sips of air here. Relax your shoulders, lift the hips forward, and then you'll slowly bring it back to your chair pose. Sit down, hands can stay onto your hips. You can bring your feet together now. Either way, just start to lean back into the glutes, elevate the head, bring more weight into your heels, and then reach the arms forward, please. Steady breaths here. Then slowly rise up, straighten out those legs, look up, lift up those arms, then exhale, sit right back again to your chair, arms back. One long line from the sacrum to the back of the head. Relax your toes. Good, inhale, stand up. And then exhale, sit down to your chair. Once more, final time. Just anchoring down into those heels, trying to work our glutes so we can start to balance. Good, inhale, rise, nice work, arms up. Bring your hands to your heart space. All right, from here, getting ready, but before we do, just start to roll your shoulders up and back, finding that relaxation and a moment of pause. Okay, good. Then inhale, lift your right knee up, hands to your heart or your hips. Exhale to your figure four, stack your right ankle or shin towards the left thigh, and then you can hold on to a piece of furniture or just hold on tight for your balance, hands to heart space. Spread out your left toes, anchor down your left big toe, and then inhale, right knee up, exhale, release. Good. Other side, inhale, left knee up. Hands can be at your heart space, on your hips. Exhale, go in for your for your figure four, excuse me. Just finding that release in the outer hip. Think of sitting your glutes back. Try to only gaze at one spot. If you start shifting your gaze, you'll start to shift the pose. Lift your bottom side of your belly away from your thighs here. And then slowly lift it up, release, left knee up, and then let it go. All right, inhale, reach the arms, gaze up. Take a few arm circles here. Just finding that openness through the chest. And then widen your feet as wide as your mat, or a little bit narrower. Interlace your hands behind you. Inhale, chest expansion. And then exhale, bend your knees. Bow forward. This time you'll find yourself in your bound forward fold. Really feeling kind of the effect there in the back, shoulders. Remember you don't have to overdo it here, just feeling and listening to your body. Fingertips down. Inhale to your halfway lift. And then exhale, lower both knees down to the ground. All right, now have a seat onto your heels. Take the fingertips out and back behind you. Inhale, lift your chest for a chest expansion. And then exhale, outstretch the arms forward for an embryo pose. Just let your forehead relax down, allowing your arms to rest. Good. Inhale, upright yourself. And then from here, we'll take the arms up overhead. Find a seated twist, right hand towards the left hand towards the ground, and gaze up and over. Good. Inhale, up, center, and twist over to the right. Inhale, center, gaze up, and then exhale, plant your palms. This time, step your right foot forward. Slide your left knee back. Inhale, upright your arms overhead here. Balancing here, making sure your hips are even. Bring the arms up, spread the right toes. And then if you want, you can start to take your hands over the thigh and find that hip flexor stretch. So you'll kind of navigate how this pose feels. Some of you have to go really far forward and deep into the pose to find the stretch here, or some of you will feel it right now just being upright, and as I sure do. So relax your face, relax your shoulders, allow the stretch to occur here in the frontal hip. Good. Inhale, reach the arms, peel away. Then this time, left elbow to your right thigh for your twist. Try to navigate your hands to your heart space. Another option here is just finding the open twist. There's no pressure. Just find what works for you, and then make sure you can still breathe. You're using that elbow against the thigh as leverage. And then slowly hands down. Move your right toes to the right side and find your runner's lunge now. Keep the back of the head lifted and try to feel this release in your hips. Awesome work. Slowly bring the right foot in. Lift the arms up. We'll take one last hip stretch there. Interlace the hands around your right thigh and settle down. Nice work. All right. Before we change it up, slide your left knee back. Sit back into your half splits. Another one of my favorite poses. Just keep flexing right foot. Move your hands at the line of your right heel or a little bit forward depending, and then actively flex your right toes. Breathe steadily there. And then slowly bend your right knee. Step your right knee to meet your left knee. You're now in tabletop. Find your cat-cow pose. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale. And exhale. All right, other side. Slowly step your left foot forward. And then inhale, rise up onto your right knee. Balance there. And try to even out your hips, your left hip's trying to rise higher, so just find that neutral hip. Then, if you can, please interlace your hands around your left thigh. Get low if you want. You'll start to feel this in the right hip flexor, and then the more you try to square off your hips here, the more you'll feel it in the frontal hip. Just breathe. Nice. And slowly pull away. Walk your left foot in closer. Inhale, reach the arms high. And then now place your hands to your heart space. Find your twist here so the right elbow can hold on to the outer left thigh knee area. Or you can also find your open arms like this. So take your variation that you wish. Try to stack your left knee over the heel and then try to bring your thumbs towards your heart space. Breathe. And you'll slowly bring it in. Reach the arms high. And then take your hands to the inside of your foot. Slide your left foot to this left side. And then find your inner thigh stretch here. You can keep the back of your head lifted so that there's a long line from the sacrum to the back of the head. Either way, just keep breathing. And then slowly bring it in, left foot in, and then slide your right heel back as you settle into your half splits. Bring your left toes to point to the sky. Soften your face. Just keep relaxing here. Even though it's a big stretch for your hamstrings, you still want to find that relaxation through the upper body. And then if you walk your hands forward, that will deepen the stretch. You can do that now. And then slowly plant your left foot. Scoot your right knee in if you need. Reach the arms high. And then now is your opportunity to go again for your hip flexor stretch. So you're interlace your hands over the left knee. You're finding any amount of depth. Maybe you're upright. Maybe you're really reaching down. And slowly guide your hands down. Slide your left knee back. And then find your cat-cow here. Lift the tail, lift the gaze. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. Elevate your hips now for your downward facing dog. You may need to walk your hands forward. Then bring your feet to the center of your space. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the arms. Take the hands to your heart. We're going to try another few poses here and then we'll kind of wind down. So from here, we'll lift it up for tree pose. Lift your right foot up. Hands to your heart. Lift the arms. And balance. Maybe your nose and your gaze points forward. Or if you want to challenge, you can look up towards the sky. Either way, wherever your foot is, you'll slowly bring the hands to your heart and bring the right foot down. Good work. All right, other side. We'll lift your left foot up into your tree pose, and it could be at your thigh, it could be at your calf, your ankle, whatever works for you, and then spread the right toes, anchor down on the ball of your right foot. Then if you wish, you can grow your arms. Continue to be graceful and balanced here in your tree. And then slowly bring it down. Alrighty, good work. Inhale, lift the arms up again. Exhale your hands to your heart space. Then this time take a hold of the inside of the right foot. Hug your knees together. Once you have that, start to kick back and reach your left arm high for your dancer's pose. So orient your chest, your hips forward, and then kick back with the right knee. Nice. Expand through the body. Keep breathing. And then very slowly release the hand, release the foot. Arms up again. Take a hold of the left foot with the left hand. Try to align your knees together in the center for more balance. Then when you're ready, kick the leg. Square off the chest and your hips for your dancer's pose. Keep gazing forward, keep lifting the chest up and out. And then very slowly unwind, release, bring the hands to your heart space. And then please, I'd like you to turn towards the big and long section of your mat, towards the left. Take your hands onto the inside of your inner thighs, or the tops of your thighs, and start to work the shoulders. So finding a dip into one shoulder, a dip in the other. Inhale, reach arms up overhead. And then bring your toes to point forward. We'll exhale all the way down to your wide-legged forward fold. Start to lean your weight over the arch of your foot towards the toes here. Lift those hips up. Just let your mind continue to focus on how you're feeling here and what's going on in your body. And then you can add a twist if you want, anything you'd like. Hands to hips now. Inhale, bend the knees a bit, rise up. And take a warrior two on the right side. So you want your right heel lined up with your left inner arch. Once you find that alignment, bend into your right knee, extend the arms out nice and long. Gaze towards the right. Feel any amount of depth there through the right thigh. This is helping strengthen your legs, your core, your spine, your arms. All right, keep the arms, pivot your right toes in, and then send your left toes out. So now you're finding your warrior two on the other side. Feel free if you need to reset, hold on to your hips. Start to look down if you want, left heel to right arch. Find that depth, that openness through the outer hip. It's an external hip rotation, then lift the arms up and look left. Warrior two. And try not to fight the feeling of that muscle contracting in the left leg. Reach equally far back as you are forward. Just breathe. Keep the arms and then start to straighten the leg. Pivot the right toes in. This time right toes out again to the right, and then lift it on up, reverse warrior. Right arm up. You can take a bind here with this left hand or reach towards the left thigh. Gaze can go up. You can look forward or down at your left heel. And then exhale to an extended side angle. Won't be here for too long. You can rest your elbow to your thigh. Left arm goes up or reach it up and over. Nice. Unwind, straighten the arms. Point the right toes in and then send the left toes out again. Now we can go in for our reverse warrior on this side. Lift the left arm up and over. And take any variations that suit you, whether that bind, gazing down and back at your right heel. Either way, stay strong in that left knee, keep bending. That right leg is straight. Inhale, reach up and forward for your extended side angle. Left elbow can rest for left forearm, then the right arm can reach up and over. Keep strength into the right quad. Yeah, good. Just inhale. Reverse, or rather bring your feet together. This time interlace your hands. Step back if you need. Inhale to chest expansion. Then exhale to your forward fold here. And gently release. All right, halfway lift. Lower down to your knees. Okay, so you have two options here. Option one, you can find this pose right here. You're sitting onto your heels, your toes are tucked, and you can find any amount of your side bends, back bend, or if you want to go into your prone frog, you'll slowly extend your knees, inner thighs will start to release, and take your heels directly behind your knees. So you're here, you're stretching. Let me show you the side view of this pose called prone frog. The inner feet will rest onto the mat. And then if you want to go down to the elbows, that's available for you as well. And if you're in this pose, in prone frog, you'll slowly tuck the toes behind you. Bring your knees together, rest the shins. Have a seat onto your heels now. Hands behind you. Find the chest expansion. And then slowly lift it up. Have a seat. Extend the feet onto the mat. Reach the arms forward. Exhale, slowly lower down, very, very slow. Sacrum touches. And then your back. Reach the arms up overhead. And then lift it up again. So slowly, crunch. Use your core strength. Rise. Arms up. Exhale, arms forward. Sacrum. Rest of your back. Arms overhead. Bone by bone, try to lift. Reach the arms. One last. Exhale, slowly lower. Nice. Arms up. And then slowly rest the arms by your sides. All right, slide your feet a little bit closer towards your glutes, enough so that your middle finger touches your heels. Then inhale, elevate your hips up. And then slowly lower down your bridge. Take your feet together, or rather take your feet apart, your knees together into center, and then one hand to heart, one hand to your belly, just like how we started in the beginning. Another option here is interlace your hands above your head, or rather interlace your hands to your elbows, for your infinity pose. Nice, and then slowly relax your arms by your sides, plant your feet, lift your legs up towards the sky. Just roll the ankles. This time to release your hips, we'll go ahead and find your bicycle movement. A bit of lower core that we're working here. Definitely a lot of release. And then slowly reverse, other direction. Good. Bring the knees in. Give yourself a big hug. And we'll find a happy baby. Maybe you can start to straighten both legs if that works. Hug your knees in. Then we'll go ahead and cross your right ankle towards the left thigh. Arms out to a T. And then find your supine twist like this. Look over to the right. Inhale in center. Then the right foot comes down. Left foot towards the right thigh. Gaze left. And then let the left foot go to the right for your supine twist. Inhale, center. Give yourself a big squeeze, forehead to your knee. And exhale to a well-deserved Shavasana. Just start to lay down. Arms by your sides. Breathe steadily. Outstretch the legs, the arms, lay down. A bit of a tuck in the chin. And then place one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Just bringing in mind again that idea of creating space for yourself, mentally, emotionally, so that you can be able to share space and give to others. A few more breaths as you are. Slowly awaken, take a deeper inhale and a cleansing exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Point your toes and hug your knees into your chest. We'll slowly roll off to your favorite side and then up into your seat. Once you're seated, just take a few shoulder shrugs. Ground your sitting bones, elevate the chest, and then inhale, lift the arms up. In gratitude, we bow forward, sealing in our practice. From my heart to yours. Namaste. Thank you for joining, whether it's 1, 2, or all 3 classes that you're here for. I wish you all a wonderful Thanksgiving season and take care.